Avoir.
Give a hand for Joseph.
Oh, Joseph.
Yay,
thank you so
Joseph.
much. And thank you for joining us today, Buddha. Okay, welcome back to another episode of FitPet Boston Talks. My name is Leah Lodato, and I am the host of the show. And today I am joined by my spouse, Laurie.
Hello.
By our friend, Catherine.
Hello.
And our other friend, Melissa.
Hi.
And also in the house with us is our friend, Tina. She doesn't have a microphone because she's just hanging out listening to us talk, but Tina is with us too. And what we figured we would do today is just debrief a little bit more about shooting the dog nativity scene, which has gone completely viral on Instagram. We weren't expecting that to happen by any stretch of the imagination, but it turns out everybody loves to see dogs dressed up as biblical characters in a nativity scene. Which
Not all of them.
not which one was not dressed up?
No, the ones who did
Enthusiastic.
like dogs.
Oh, right. Which we will definitely get into. Before we get started with that, I just wanted to thank you for tuning into the show. If this is your first time listening, historically, this podcast has interviewed local Boston area dog handling professionals, and we sit down and chit chat about our lives, dogs, and careers. And I do have some really exciting interviews scheduled for the coming month. I'm super excited about that. In the meantime, Laurie and I will talk about a variety of different dog handling topics, things that our clients ask us, things that come up regularly in training classes. And we try to keep it light, try to keep it positive and fun. So thank you so much for continuing to tune in and listen to the show. It really means the world to us. I know everybody's attention is being pulled in a million different directions, especially around the holidays. So thank you for that. So to get right into it, we talked a little bit about this last time because Laurie and I had recorded an episode right after we had shot the nativity scene. But Laurie, why don't you just tell us a little bit about how this idea came to fruition and how we executed it?
A couple of my customers have sent me direct. Every time they're on Instagram or Facebook, they send me things. You want to try this? Like a challenge. You want to try this one, Laurie? You want to do this? And I said, sure. One of those things was a nativity. A daycare somewhere in the U.S. had done a nativity scene. I said, all right, let's go. We had put it off for 2 years. And I remember speaking with you and I said, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to start planning now. And I got Catherine on board. Melissa always, if I call her with anything, says, yeah, I'll do it. What do you need? What time? Yeah. So, and Catherine's, oh, yeah, I love this stuff, Laurie. I'll do it. And you were kind of, okay, honey.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, honey. Well, yeah. So then I started ordering all the outfits, and they started coming in from Amazon, and I had to make my cast, the dogs who I thought would be great for the scene. And, they filter in and out of the house a lot, so I had a lot of dogs, but not everybody liked to wear the costumes, so I had to, they were out of the lineup. So I just kept trying on outfits to see who liked it. Catherine's dogs are a no-brainer because they get dressed up for their therapy dog visits sometimes. Mm-hmm. Melissa's weird, so she dresses her dogs up all the time. Mm-hmm. So Colton has always been good with like his lion's mane. Yeah.
Anything,
any outfit. Buddha, he in his therapy visits, he would dress up or carry things like flowers for Valentine's Day. Always looks good in a bow tie. He's always, you give Buddha a beer and he's going to show up and do his best. And then who are the others? We had Tucker and Monty, who are the best dogs ever. Monty loves to wear an outfit. He's had so many for Halloween, and Tucker is just the best guy around. And he puts it on with pride and just holds position like a boss. Charlie Rudy, the obvious Jesus. He's to fit into my hoodie pocket. So I love him. And we basically he was lying on a bunch of beds. You can tell because they were stuffed into the crib, and he was just wrapped in a blanket. So Charlie had the easiest job. The easiest. Mm-hmm. And I even got myrrh and frankincense and fake gold to put in, like everything. Everything had to be just right. Mm-hmm. And I laid out the hay. Catherine came early that day. Lily helped me set up. Catherine helped me set up all that day. It was a group effort. I did it because my customers asked me to, and it was going to be just for the ABC family. And then all this happened.
Yeah.
And
Now
I'm
we're
not sure
famous.
how all that happened. And then I ended up on Channel 4 looking like a moron, but I was there.
No.
Channel 4. He's like, you can you do an interview in 20 minutes? I said, sure, I'll do an interview. And then I was on Channel 4. And I never realized how many people watch the nightly news on Channel 4. I really didn't, because I never watched the news. They're like, Laurie saw you on TV. And Melissa, what are some of the comments your neighbors sent your parents?
Oh, my neighbor sent my dad a text of a picture of the TV and said, holy fucking shit, Colton is on TV. He's fucking famous.
And he had his little shepherd's outfit
Hey, oh
on.
my God, the picture they used. I mean, they zoomed in. Did you notice that? They zoomed in and he was just,
I loved it.
it was perfect.
I was psyched.
Perfect.
I sent those pictures after the fact because they only had the original picture. And I wanted to make sure everybody was credited. So, credited. I don't know why I said it. And I sent all those photos after, and to see each one of our dogs flashing across the screen on Channel 4, it was awesome. Buddha and Charlie and Penny as Mary Joseph and baby Jesus, and then Colton as the shepherd and the three wise men. I was so happy. And the main picture, more for the dogs. And I certainly have never been that much in the spotlight in my entire dog training career. So that was interesting.
Yeah, you like to keep it pretty private. So I was really proud of you that you took that interview, and the Zoom interview was being recorded. I was like, was the Zoom interview recorded? And you're like, yep, the little red light was on.
You
But
did
it was
great.
Yeah.
How did you all feel?
Oh my God, fantastic. You did fantastic.
But how did you feel being on the news? Like Colton on the news
Oh.
is
I mean,
awesome.
that was a dream, honestly. I don't care about myself, but Colton's minute
too.
of fame. Oh my God. I was screaming. I told Zach, I said, do not walk in this bedroom. Do not speak. I am recording the TV. And he was like, Melissa, you're going to watch it. What are you doing? And I was like, Colton is on the news. I am recording it. Get out.
Well, you should have been at the Lodato household because there were two little previews on the news, because I just had it on downstairs. I was getting the dog's food ready, and I knew it was going to be on at 6, but like at 6:40 and then at 6:50, they did a whole like end coming up, and they just all of a sudden I look up at the TV and it was Colton, and then it flashed a picture of Raven, and I was just like, oh my God. And then my in-laws are upstairs and they just start screaming. And I'm like, I couldn't even hear at that point. And then it happened again at 6:50. So when the actual news aired, Laurie went upstairs and was like, I need everybody to stop screaming when it actually comes on the news, because it was deafening. Like I could hear it all the way downstairs. And yeah, they were all really, really excited about it. It was fun.
Well, we were in Costco. So I said to Al, I need to record this. So we pulled into the parking lot, and he got on his phone and he went online. He goes, I can't make connection. I have to go upstairs. So he got on the Wi-Fi, he got on the TiVo app, and then he recorded it. And then we went home and we watched it. And it was so funny because the dogs were all watching it on TV. And I was like, and they were all woofing at the TV, and they thought that this was the best thing ever. And I was like, Penny, you're on TV. You're famous. And then Finn's like sitting there watching the TV, and then Piper's on. I was like, look, you guys are all on TV. They thought it was the best thing ever. It was so much fun to watch. We said we were going to make this thing go viral, and yes, we did.
Yeah, but we didn't think that until after we had done it. We're like, people might actually like this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about it, honestly. I was
Neither
just
did I.
really excited to do it.
Because we do this stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. What do your spouses think of you?
The day we came over to do the dress rehearsal, he goes, you just go and have fun and do your shenanigans with Laurie. And then, we were here and we're making, we're doing all the alterations with
Penny
Mama
was
Rosa.
Mary.
Yeah. And Piper was one of the three wise men.
Yeah.
And Finn, he just was he was a sheep. Poor Finn. He was a good sport.
Yeah.
He plays with the sheep every Saturday, and he had his little outfit on him. There was no alterations needed. But poor Piper and Penny, they were true troopers. They were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Penny was beautiful.
Oh,
Penny was beautiful.
she's just stunning. Yeah.
She's a
I'm a little biased, but she was stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Zach expects anything less
than craziness.
than anything that just doesn't seem normal. If I'm like, oh, I could tell him I'm going out to jump off a building and jump off a trampoline and fling into. Am I not talking close? Yeah, now you're close. Oh, I got to be closer. I thought I was too loud. Loud.
Normally you are.
There we go.
Well,
You're good. Carry on.
I just think I could tell Zach I'm doing anything in the world, and he'd be like, "Yep, not surprised."
Leah's used to me now.
Yes, I said this before, but I'll say it again. I am more inclined to take action shots of the dogs while they're doing things. Like I love taking Frisbee shots of the dogs. That's like probably my favorite thing to do, taking pictures. And Laurie loves taking group photos. So when there's a setup, I am very supportive, but it's definitely not my
Cup of tea.
Yeah, I think it's not my cup of tea. And on the actual day that this was all happening, I was quite stressed out, to tell you the truth, because as it was going on, I was like, oh, this is like really good. Because you never know when you're doing something if it like has it. But you know the feeling, Melissa, like when you're taking a photo of a dog when they're playing Frisbee and you get the photo.
Oh my God. Well, you're fantastic at it. When I get the photo, it's like a 1 in a billion.
But when you got it.
Oh, you have that feeling of like
You got the photo.
You did it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that one was going to be really
Yes.
good. I can't wait to look back, and then you carry on.
Oh, yes.
And so as we were doing this thing, and firstly, I was so glad that we decided to shoot it at night, because we were going to try to do both daytime and then do a nighttime photo and like pick which one that we liked better.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
But I was just so happy that we did it at night, because the lighting was really good and you could definitely tell that it was nighttime. And as everything was coming together, I was like, oh shoot, like this is really, really, really cool. And I knew it was going to be cool. So then I was feeling all this pressure to make sure that I actually took a decent photograph, which is a whole other can of worms, but we made it happen. And it was good. I think it came out really good, and it was partially like luck. I feel like when you're doing these types of things, just it all kind of works out, but it's also like Laurie and Catherine and Melissa paid attention to all those details.
It was luck that it went viral, but we had focused on every detail because I'm a psycho that way, and I like everything to be. So I did everything I could to make it just right, and then Catherine and I setting up that day, and then the outfits, and I knew Melissa had me covered with keeping everyone in order and happy and calm, taking individual shots and then giving the dogs breaks and then taking them out again. Because, some of our comments on Instagram, one of them, they are so well behaved. I hope that they didn't hurt them in the process of taking this picture. And I was like, and some of the comments, I mean, I won't even go into some of them, and I blocked you. I blocked you all. But when you look at the video, you can see the dogs are happy. So that's why I wanted the videos to be looked at. Because I'm like, guys, the dogs are happy. You need to see. These dogs are made for this. They wanted to do this. And all of them have a job outside of these pictures. Like, I know I take all the stage photos. I don't take any of Buddha healing with me with heavy metal music playing in the background. I love this stuff. It's my jam.
Yeah, you don't do the long bites and the rap music.
I will. I will.
Yes, I think that the cute dog videos get a little bit more attention than the ones where they look ferocious, but that's just me. I was going to say something. Well, the other thing is, like, half of the Frisbee team was in the photo, right? We have Colton, Raven, Finn, and Piper are in the so,
Yeah.
And then 2 of the dogs are on my hiking schedule, Tucker and Monty. And obviously Buddha. It's not like these dogs are just sitting around getting their photo taken all the time.
Yeah.
Like, the funny part about this particular piece of content is that it's just like a little fun aside that we do. Like, Catherine has a full-time job, but you train at Auntie Dog and you do herding with your dog. You do all of
Frisbee,
these
AKC obedience,
therapy visits.
Yeah.
Like, Melissa does so much stuff with her dogs, works as a dog trainer. Like, posing dogs for photos is definitely fun, definitely something that we do, but it's not our like claim to fame by any stretch of the imagination. Like, we do stuff with our dogs constantly. Even the client dogs that were in the photo, with the exception of Charlie Rudy, because he's an
Listen,
older dog
Charlie
and
lives-
he's a couch potato.
Charlie lives a good life. Yeah.
But it's not like they're all, in a crate and then come out to get their picture taken and then go back in. Like, that's not their life. They have really, really cool lives doing a ton of different things. So that was kind of a tough pill to swallow with the comments where they're like, I hope that they weren't torturing these animals to get them to be so calm.
Yeah,
There was another one.
Or we're humanizing them too much, which that busted me too. But I was like, whatever, guys, whatever. As long as I know that my dog is being fulfilled everywhere and I'm taking a picture, what do I care what these people think?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we're not humanizing them. We just did something cute. And I think the perfect example is Renee from Transformation Spa. Her son printed out the picture and brought it to his school and showed all the kids. And I was like, that's what this is about, is just to make people happy and say, hey, that's cool. And
So cute.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then one other woman had commented, she's like, this is a great way to teach kids about the nativity scene. And I was like, yeah, this is nice. See, we like those comments. We don't like the other ones damning me to hell.
I mean, well, don't they have anything better to do with their
No.
time?
They don't.
No one asked you to watch it.
No.
We
but
didn't
they
ask you to
did.
watch it and then leave a bad comment.
Yeah.
I think that there were a lot of very Catholic Spanish people that were commenting.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know exactly where. I was just talking to Catherine because I can see from the new followers that are on my page, like I can see what country they come from. And there were like Argentina, Spain, the UK, but very small numbers. And then the US number is like, 95%. So there are a lot of Spanish speakers. I don't know if it got shared in East Boston or what. But
Well, I know Spanish now. I can translate everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm pretty good. Pretty good now. I'm like, oh, that's a bad one.
Yeah.
That's a bad one. They put fire. They put fire. That's a bad one. We're gonna block that one.
Yes, we've gone a little crazy with the blocking for good reason.
If you hear that, that's not Melissa breathing heavy. That's
Joseph.
Buddha
Me and
Joseph.
Buddha are having
Big Joe.
Me and Joseph are having a moment.
having a moment.
Yeah, I think the funniest thing was what Melissa said after we shot the nativity, Laurie.
Oh, and she. So, like I said, Melissa's always ready and willing if I call her. Like, I could have a bulldog in the tub ready to bite me. I'm like, can you come over? She's like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And that really happened. And she with this nativity scene, she said to me, Laura, I got to tell you the truth. She's like, I didn't even know what a nativity was. I had to Google that. I
So
said,
no. So Laurie texted me and said, "Hey, I want to shoot a nativity scene with the dogs." I said, "Great,
"Nay."
nativity." I said, "Great, count me in." And she's like, "Great. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here are the costumes." And I was like, quite frankly, I have no idea what you're talking about, and I just had to Google it. I was like, but I am happy to partake, and Colton, count him in. Whatever you need. Colton will always. You want him to dress up for you?
Sport a good outfit.
He will do it. And for those of you who want to know where Margarita was, she does not like to be dressed up. She doesn't like pressure, too much pressure, so I didn't put her in an unnecessary position. All the other dogs were very happy to do it. Margarita would not have been. So
pressure in the sense of
like a camera, the lights, having multiple dogs around, having an outfit on, that dog doesn't even like a damn collar on her neck. She likes to be naked and free. If I put a costume on
there's
her,
a website for that.
I'll let her know. If I put a costume on her, she would have been miserable. And then it wouldn't have been fun because it would not have been enjoyable to have dogs that weren't happy to be a part of it.
I have the same issue with Ruben.
Yeah.
Getting him to take a Christmas photo this year was horrible. It's not that he will not sit for the photo. He will stay. He'll do it all day. Sit, stand, do it down. He'll wait. But he looks like
Misery.
we're shooting him. His ears are floppy. He's got like a stupid grin on his face. He just looks horrible. And I'm like, what is wrong with this kid?
Yep.
It's like he all of a sudden became allergic to getting his picture taken.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to really set up a good photo for our Christmas card because he would not take a good photo for Laurie. And
I had to
was like,
snort
what the-
Ativan
was
to
like,
get through it.
Oh, it was awful. But
Yeah.
same situation with Ruben. Like, I know that if he were in the nativity scene, he would not look good and he would not be happy. And it would be difficult to get, like, and then that would stress me out,
Yes.
which is like, you know, you don't want to be stressed out trying to handle all the dogs. So I just said, absolutely not. I want to make sure that I'm on Laurie's page. All the dogs that are participating want to do it. And they did, which was also great because it took us a little while to get everything done.
Mm-hmm.
Like it took us a little while to get everybody out there, get everybody set up. And then we did have another dog, Hamish, who wasn't in the final photo, but who did come in, and we tried to dress him up as a sheep. And he just, by that time, a lot of the dogs in the background were kind of getting a little tired. So they were laying down, and we really needed kind of everybody to be sitting. So got a couple photos with him, but at the end of the day, didn't work out. But that's cool because he was fine to wear an outfit too and hang out, and it just took a little bit of time. So we needed the dogs to be able to be a little bit patient.
And when we looked at the final pictures, the one that we liked the most, unfortunately, he wasn't in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we went with the majority.
And we still gave it to his mom, and she has it.
I
and
know,
she
it's
was so
still bummed though
happy.
because I love her so much.
Yes, we do love you, Kristen. You're the best. And she was such a sport. She came by and dropped him off and let him hang out for a couple of hours.
Yeah, all my parents came, my parents came and dropped their dogs off, and then it was like a mad rush at the end because people were picking up dogs too, and I was just, they didn't know what we were doing, and there were lights in the backyard, and there was hay, and everybody was running around, and I don't know, picking up hay. I don't know. It's great. The dogs were all changing. It looked like a
Movie set.
It looked like a little kid's play with the mothers running around. I don't know.
It was fun.
But yeah, so go. There's over 1 million views. Go ahead, view it again. No problem here.
Yeah.
You know, if
We're
we're doing
famous.
this, let's just keep doing it, guys. Keep viewing it and sharing it.
Yes, and we did put it out right before Christmas, which I think was also a big push. But I'm just going to check real quick and see where our numbers are. Today is Saturday, correct?
I think so.
All right, so we're at 95,000 likes and 1.5 million
Wait,
views.
95,000 likes? I was in the bathroom 5 minutes ago and it was 89.
I know, it's crazy. It's gone crazy. It's gone absolutely bananas on Instagram.
Wow.
Never in my
Oh,
life.
wow.
I have no idea how this stuff works.
Yeah, me either.
I
you
have
know?
no idea.
Oh yeah, Mom. It's gone viral. My mom. She was
It's
like,
gone viral.
Laurie, is this gone viral? Rose, it's in Italy. I'm seeing comments from Italians. That's because it went viral, Augie.
As they stood and watched us from the window.
The
Oh, yeah.
whole
Ma started
time.
talking super loud, and she looked down at me, and I looked up at her, and I did the I'm gonna cut your throat.
I don't know if you know this,
Oh
Lori,
my God,
but
they heard me.
she started yelling because Raven didn't have the halo on.
I know.
And I was like, Rosa,
Yeah.
Rosa, it's not working out. We don't need the halo.
need the
It
halo.
looks great without it.
Yeah, she looked beautiful, Rose.
And she was like, she came down afterwards
hem
and
the
was like,
white
Melissa,
dress.
come here. Come here. Where was it? I was like, Rosa, it just wouldn't, it was not working out.
No.
yeah,
She couldn't let it go.
she's angry, like an angry little midget.
She had,
Well, troll,
she had an
small
image
person.
in
I'm
her
very sorry.
brain. Raven looked perfect,
She did.
quite
She-
frankly.
Yeah.
She looked
did.
angelic.
Mm-hmm. She did. And she's totally cool to just sit. She just sits there. She's not unhappy
she did,
at all.
She did
She's
so
beautiful.
good the whole time.
Yeah. Well, Raven spends a lot of time on place when we're out and about, and also when I'm teaching. Like when I was doing the group classes today, I bring my little hut with me, and she literally just sits in there with her little paws over the edge of it and just looks at me. And so she's used to hanging out, and that really pays off because in a situation like this, there was actually a place board underneath all that hay. So when I said place, she was like, all right, I guess I'm hanging out here for a little while. And she was one of the first ones on the scene. And she literally just
She just sat there.
the whole time
Well, we needed her to hover above the scene.
Yep. I felt like
So
I
she
couldn't
was
look
the
at her.
tallest.
I felt like I couldn't look at her because the second I would look at her, her little bum would start to go. I was like, so sorry, Raven. keep doing great, girl.
Piper's hat malfunctioned a couple of times, but we
Yep.
fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whose
the
hat was
wise
it,
men's
Monty?
hats were a little wonky.
I know Monty looked drunk.
Monty at one
sometimes.
point, it was like
He's
Hanging
drunk.
over his
all the
eye.
way to the side, and he was like, yep, this is
But
it.
once we fixed it,
This is
it
the
worked.
look.
Yeah. He looked like an Italian guy at a wedding when he drank too much and his shirt's open and his hair
He
sticking out of his shirt.
undoes an extra button on
He
the
still
bottom.
rocked it though. It was
Yeah,
pretty
but he's still there for the last song. I was like, look at this Guido right here. Look at him. I was like, fix his hat. He looks drunk again. Meanwhile, Tucker, perfect statuesque.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the most perfect boy.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a huge success, and we are very thankful for everybody who has liked our work. Special shout out to Denise because she hounded Channel 4
Hell
News to get that interview. Not hounded, but she called, and she's like, when I called, someone picked up the phone. And so I just told them the whole thing. And then like a few hours later, they called you, Laurie. So that was really, really cool.
And she told me after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
And my responses were, oh my God. Why? Thank you. I'm so sorry. That's a lot of attention. And she's like, honey, I'm in pharmaceuticals. I know how to sell things. So I go, okay, I want to die. And then no sooner, well, did they text you? She called, did they call you? Did they text you? And then sure enough, next day, texted me. So don't stop following us, guys. We're going to stop talking about the Nativity, I swear. It's going to be great.
Yes, but this was 1 in a million. And it's, again, so interesting because if we post dog training content, there's no way. Cute videos of dogs, everybody loves it. So if you're new, most of our videos and photos are of us hanging out with dogs, just having a great time. Like Melissa and I spend a lot of time in the woods with dogs. We do a lot of hiking and we love it.
Yep.
It's probably my favorite part of dog training, to tell you the truth. It's just like being out with the dogs, seeing them have a great time, being free, just being dogs. And it's pretty boring. So, yeah, most of the time we post things, it's for our clients, and I'm happy if my client sees it and they're like, oh my God, he looks like he's having so much fun.
Yep.
Like that's what makes me really happy when I'm interacting publicly with like videos or photos and stuff like that I make. So, but this was really cool and really fun.
Stuart Liver's treat for the win.
Yes, everybody loves those. All right, I figured we'd talk just briefly. I feel like 2025 is going to be the year of seminars for us. I know that we've signed up for some
Yeah.
really, really cool stuff. So I just figured that we would share what we have on the schedule as dog trainers. We have to continue our education by doing our own footwork and finding people that are excellent and signing up for the seminars that they're putting on. So Melissa, what do you got going on 2025?
So I so far have two that I'm going to. One is Joel Silverman in March. It's a week. It's TV and film with dogs. So it's basically learning what dogs need to learn for Hollywood and being in movies and TVs and commercials. And then teaching like myself things about the whole scene, if you will. So I think some of the key points were like staging and lighting and scripts and how to communicate with people there. And I'm just really excited. I worked with Joel back in July and had a lot of fun with him. I really liked, he just seemed so happy. Like talking about teaching dogs, he seemed like he really loved it. And that was just a really cool thing to see from someone who's been doing it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't talk about all the cool things he's done. He talked about how to teach a dog and step by step broke it down. And though it wasn't anything about big behavior, it was really cool to see his way of teaching a dog something from such a far distance. So the dogs he teaches, you know, if you think about being on a movie set, they're recording a scene and the dog's in it. He's like 50 to 70 feet away from the dog. No vocals, all hand cues. I mean, seems basic, but watching him do it with the dogs he had was really cool and then humbling when I tried to do it with my own dogs. So that's really exciting. I think I'll get a lot out of it aside from the core purpose of it. I think I'll learn a lot about teaching dogs different behaviors in different settings. But then we are also doing a Frisbee workshop, a freestyle workshop, me and Margarita. I'm excited about that one. Catherine might know a little bit more about it off the top of her head.
Go ahead, Catherine. You tell me.
Yeah, you tell us, Catherine.
Yeah, why don't you tell us? Because I can't right now. My brain cannot remember the details.
So we are doing the freestyle workshop with Andrea Morissette. She is a renowned freestyle toss and fetch Frisbee person. Leah has worked with her in the past, and she's coming to New Hampshire, which I'm super excited to go work with her. I have done some online stuff with her, and so I'm excited to work on some freestyle techniques with her. I'm doing, she's coming for 2 days, and I'm doing, myself and Melissa are doing the Saturday all day working spot with her, where we're going to work on our freestyle techniques. And then we're doing what she calls jam camp, so we can work on whatever sort of techniques we want to do in the morning. So I'm excited to work on freestyle in addition to working on my throws for toss and fetch, because I, unfortunately like Melissa and Leah, can't get my throws into the 3, 4, or 5 zone for toss and fetch. So I'm looking forward to working on my throws and getting my little border collie into the 5 zone and working on that. And then I'm also going to be doing a play seminar with Paul Edwards. I have done this seminar. I've done an auditing spot with him before, so I'm excited to work on that with him. I'm doing you're doing that with him, aren't you?
Yes.
Maybe.
Laurie is.
Maybe.
I'm making her go.
Oh no, you have to come.
Laurie's
We're gonna go.
apparently.
I signed Laurie and Buddha up already. I already paid for it, so you got to do it.
Oh,
It's gonna be
Word
great.
on
You're
the
gonna have a
street
great
is
time.
You're doing this with us, okay?
Yeah.
So I signed up for the working spot with Paul. I've audited his seminar, and it's really, really cool. So it's learning how to work on play with my dog, and you know how Finn loves a good tug toy. So I'm excited to work on that with him. And then the second day I'm doing the aggression seminar with him. So I'm hoping to understand how to work with aggressive dogs and understanding that behavior with them.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I like Paul. He's a really, really interesting guy.
I didn't know he was doing stuff with aggression. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just the play.
So I have overlap seminars we all have overlap seminars. So I'm going to the disc dog seminar, but as an audit spot, because I do not have a dog that is a good freestyle dog. So Ruben just doesn't have the focus. I've tried with him. We have fun with like the short throws and stuff like that, but it's just a miracle that the dog can even catch a disc. So I'm just like, all right, we're just going to do.
He's phenomenal.
He's fantastic. Ruben is out of this world.
Yeah, he's, believe it or not, even at his age, is improved. Like this past season, his catch ratio was really, really good.
He was
throws,
phenomenal.
I was like, he's not going to catch that. He's catching, but the shorter stuff and the footwork and the vaulting and he's not real gifted at that stuff. So I did not sign up for a working spot. So I'm just going to be there to support and to learn. And I feel like my throws for toss and fetch are pretty consistent. I kind of know what I need to do in order to improve. And just get that distance like every single time. So I'm really excited to actually meet Andrea, because I've only ever worked with her virtually, but she taught me how to throw a disc. Period. Like I have not learned anything from anybody else that's been worthwhile. And I know that that's like a bold statement, because I know there are a lot of people out there that do this type of stuff, but it's not just that she can do it, it's that she can teach you how to do it, which is a whole different skill set. And she, within like 5 lessons, I can throw the thing, and like pretty consistently. So I can't wait to meet her and learn from her, and super psyched to have Catherine and Melissa and a couple of other people from a Frisbee team go as well. Like, to me, that means the world to me, because it means like people that are coming to toss and fetch like want to improve and get better, which is like so cool. And then I'm also going to be going to Paul's seminar. So I did a 6-week mentorship program with Paul in the fall while Raven was in heat. So it really gave us some time to, I gave me time to work with her, because that's pretty much all I was doing with her. And I can't recommend that program enough. Didn't really know what I was going to be getting myself into before I started that, because the curriculum is very loose. But he was extremely attentive, very professional, made every single one of the appointments that we were to have together, whether they were virtual or I went down to see him a bunch of times. We did lessons. And the thing about him is, like, you have to ask. Like, you want to know about aggression? These are my questions. This was the situation that I was in. And he just sits there and like talks through the whole thing with you. Mm-hmm. You demonstrate, you work it out. But like, if you go to him with an empty head, like, you're not going to get any answers, because he's the type of guy where it's like, ask me the questions, like, let's get into this, which was really cool, because I'm at the point in my training now where like I've seen a bunch of different stuff and I have a lot of questions when I'm training my own dog. So it was like the perfect fit at the perfect time. And now the cool thing is like, I feel like I have a forever friend in Paul. Like, I shoot him a text, ask him how a trial was, call him up. Like, he's just such a cool guy, and he is a great communicator. And more than any of that, like, his dogs are just extremely well trained, like extremely well trained. And again, he's a really good teacher. So it's not just that he's super talented. He has a way of explaining things that makes sense to me, which was a really cool experience to spend some time with him. So I'm psyched for that seminar as well. And then, Laurie,
I'm going to the trick seminar with Melissa.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Whole week,
I
Laurie's
convinced her to
going.
go.
Yeah, I can't believe it, to tell you the truth.
I'm actually pretty excited.
A
about
whole
that one.
week with Laurie.
Because I never leave you. You're going to hate me.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's so scary.
Or
Where
vice
is this
versa.
seminar?
Isn't it so scary?
It's gonna be
Just
awesome.
Listening to her.
It's going to be awesome.
I was so hesitant to go, because it's a whole week. And I mean, maybe it's, I know you feel this way.
Week. I thought it was
It's 5 days. 17 to
Did I know
21.
that? Why did I think it was shorter? 5 days.
Maybe I'm being dramatic. Maybe it's 4. 17, 18, 19, 20, 20.
Oh my god.
It's 4 days.
All
Where are you
right.
guys going?
It's Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
No, listen, it's going to be the vacation of your dreams.
It's going to be
Yeah.
good. It's going to be good for you to get out of here.
No, it's going to be great. It's going to be
I'll
great.
be around.
Melissa's like, let's get an Airbnb. Laurie, they could have a fenced-in yard. The first Airbnb she shows
It's
me,
a lake.
no fenced-in yard. I'm like, good job, kid.
That's so funny. No, you're good. Oh, it does? In your
Oh.
headphones?
It's just your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Probably.
you're coming to Paul's seminar with us too, right?
Aren't you making me go to that?
Correct. She
We're
will
all
be
going to
there.
drive together.
Oh my god,
It's
are we
not
going to
that
take the
far away.
minivan?
Yes, we're going to take
It's
the
not
When
that
is
far
it?
away. We can go
Road
separate.
trip.
All right.
It's in January.
Oh, cool.
Second weekend in January.
Nice.
So yeah, it's going to be exciting. Again, 2025, year of the seminar. We're going to learn a lot. It's going to be great.
2025. Invest in yourself.
There you go. What a motto. As she's pointing to Laurie.
No, I'm pointing to everybody in the room.
Invest in yourself.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because
Sorry, everybody else. You can wait.
because dog training is tough. Like, we didn't go to school for this, so in order to keep going, we have to figure out, like, where are the good people? Where are they teaching? Do I have time to go? Can I take time off of work? Can I afford this? But yeah, I like going to seminars. I only went to one this past year. So
I am excited about the movie one though.
Oh, it's going to be
That'd
so.
be
And
cool.
honestly, Joel is just a great guy.
yeah, you'll get
He's
on with
just
him.
fun.
This is what's going to happen when Catherine and I go to the training session with Paul for play. When Catherine and I are in a competition obedience class and we reward our dogs with toys, Finn looks over at me and the toy that I have.
Yeah.
And Buddha looks over at Catherine at the toy she has.
And they want,
And that's what's going to happen.
Swapsies.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay, so moving
They do
on.
it now.
I have some questions that came in from the good old Instagram
Okay.
for the podcast. We had a few, and I figured that we would ask and answer them. Okay, so the first one came in from Alex, who's our good friend, been on the podcast before. What was the most challenging part of doing the nativity?
The hay. The hay.
The freaking hay.
Quite frankly.
You only came after we fixed the hay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we had a lot of hay adjusting.
Oh, I
Melissa and I.
adjusted that hay.
Okay. And it smelled amazing.
You weren't there for the burlap.
No, thank God.
Uh-huh.
We had
I
to
did
burlap
not-
all of the structures.
I did not have to burlap
No, you
the
didn't.
structures.
Leah
I
got
j-
nervous because of the wide shot. And
Yeah,
the
so-
patio was showing, and there was no patio in the nativity scene.
So
'cause
basically,
I
me
am
and
a pro
Leah
now.
are whispering to each other. We're like, "Oh, you could see the patio in this shot. Like, what should we do?" And we're like, "We should put more hay out. We should spread out the hay."
It's
more
called
hay.
Photoshop.
And it was a toss up between like,
No.
we're gonna make a mess with the hay and get it everywhere, or have it all in the frame and have no patio and just hay.
Yeah,
So
and I
we-
was so glad that we did
Yes.
that because it meant that when I took the picture, we did not have to crop the final photo at all,
Nope.
which was amazing for editing and sending it off and this and that. So I was really happy that we did it, but it was one of those situations where like if I was taking the photo and I took one step back, oh, now I can see the patio. So me and Melissa were like spreading hay all over the place.
Leah would run back to the spot, hold up the camera, and was like, "We need more in the left front corner."
Yeah, there wasn't anything as challenging as the day itself because I had planned for everything so well, and I said, I remember driving around that day. I'm like, well, this is the day. You know, if it doesn't come out, and I said the same thing to Catherine. I said, here it is. You know, we have all the pieces. I know that the dogs are going to behave. I wasn't worried about that. I was just worried about them being rested enough or into it, and we have to get the shot. We have to make sure the dogs aren't tired.
Mm-hmm.
So really that was that day was so busy because we were going since 12 in the afternoon, not counting all the preparation. So I think it was just that day, making sure that the picture was taken and the light was correct. And yeah, I think that was it. That was the biggest part.
Well, the most challenging for me was taking the freaking picture.
Why? You did fantastic.
Yeah, I know, but it was stressful, and I didn't have the right lens on the camera that I was using. I was standing too far away from the scene because I normally take photos of, again, action shots. So I have like one zoom lens for my camera, and then I have one like portrait lens for my camera, but I also use a crop sensor camera. So it like, even if I have a shorter lens, it's going to seem even closer to the subject because it's a crop sensor. So I really needed like a 24 millimeter lens, and I would have been able to stand closer, which would have been we would have been able to bring the lights a little bit closer together, which would have made less shadows. So I did not have the right equipment. And I'm realizing this like as it's happening. I'm like, oh, because I'm standing like far away, which means that all of the people in this room have to be behind me pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get farther away from the dogs, they're like, where are you guys going?
That's
And then they're more apt to stand up or shift or look in different directions because you also need the dogs to look at the camera. So in order for that to happen, all the people that are standing around me need to start standing behind me. Now it's dark out and the dogs have a light shining in their face. So do you think that they can see that far away to the point where I'm standing? Like, questionable, because I stood there and I looked out into the yard and all I could see was like a bunch of shadows. So we got lucky.
And Leah
I
kept,
feel like
Leah kept saying, you're in the frame, you're in the frame, you're in the frame. Because we would hold everyone and we'd be like, wait. And then we would back up. And Leah, you're in the frame, you're in the frame, you're in the frame. And I was like, whoever is behind me, I was like, whoever's on the left of me, go behind me. And I knew exactly where Catherine was because of Finn and Piper.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, go to the right. And then with Colton, I was like, Melissa, go to the middle. Meanwhile, Leah, You're in the frame, out of the frame, out of the frame. And Tina's watching the whole thing. She's still here, by the way. So our silent. She's petting Buddha. It's a full-time job. And she was just watching this all happen. She's never been in a scene like that before. She has been to a couple of my group classes just watching. But I'm sure from an outside point of view, it was really something like watching us all.
She's like, you people are nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Poor Leah was
On-
having
I guess it was the
palpitations
picture,
at one
right?
time.
Yeah.
That was the
She was
toughest
having
part.
palpitations.
Yeah, because this is my MO. I don't take anything seriously until like it's happening. Like, and that's true for everything. Like when I'm competing, when I'm doing frisbee, when I'm like meeting a client, like I'll be driving up to a client, don't know who they are. I'm just like, duh, 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 duh. And then like I get in there and I'm like, whoa, it's like the lights turn on and I'm like, I need to be a little bit more anxious before it happens and then settle into it when it's actually happening. But again, another thing that was stressful was that when we were doing it, I was like, oh, this is actually really special. I knew it was special once they were all there. And then I was thinking to myself, oh my God, like I hope I get this. Because again, it's freaking dark out. Even though we had lights, wasn't that light. And like my camera's trying to compensate for the fact that there's like not a ton of light. So I'm just hoping for the best. And at the end of the day, I was like, well, I guess I'll take a photo with my iPhone because iPhones are actually really good at taking photos in the dark. But again, when I realized like how special it was, I was like, this deserves to like have a nice shot. So yeah, that was a little stressful, but definitely worth it.
We edited the lighting and we edited the window on the cement wall out. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was photoshopped. Nothing was anything. And I had 2 different people help with lighting on Charlie because it was looking a little bit dim inside the manger. And my friend Michelle, who took pictures for our wedding, she helped add a little bit of light, and it was just right. So I stuck with hers.
Yeah,
and
she
I
did an
said,
excellent
I was
job.
like, this is natural. It was just a little added light to bring out Charlie Rudy a little bit more.
Yeah, his face.
And then
And Buddha's face a tiny bit because he's so dark.
And that was it. And I posted it, and that's
a wrap.
And
That's
I'm
a
glad I
wrap.
brought Catherine, and I always have Melissa by my side. I wouldn't have any other women. The ones in these, the
Hell
ones in this
yeah.
room. I'm pretty happy I got to share that with them. So
That was special.
I guess it comes down to the picture.
And honestly, how great are those dogs?
Awesome.
Can we just think, like, they all said they were more patient than I would be.
They sat there and they just waited, and most of it was us, like kind of adjusting the drunk 3 wise men.
They were just happy to be a part of it,
Oh,
honestly.
Finn's ears are down again.
I feel like all the dogs just thought we were all hanging out.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, what's next,
They're used
ladies?
to it. They're like, let's do this. We hold a sit all day. We hold
Yeah.
downs all day. How do you get them to do that? Well, we train them. You think I could have said that in the news thing? I'm like, I was like, it's positive reinforcement, man. They
How
get
in the
cookies
w-
for staying still.
How in the world did you get them to sit for that photo?
Yeah, they just
Wow.
sit. You tell them to sit.
No, they're not on drugs. We didn't beat them into submission to get them to sit.
We blocked those comments.
Oh,
You've
we were
been
going to do
blocked.
dramatic readings of our comments, but I think we
You want me to do a couple?
you can look them up while we're doing this next question from Ronnie and Vanessa, our good friends. A couple of topics/questions here. First is using scented candles around the holiday seasons. Sometimes you might get gifted a beautiful, expensive, smelly, stinky candle. Is it safe to use that candle around your dog? Well, I just wanted to mention that as soon as one of those things gets lit, I just get sneezy myself. Like I like a good scent, but I just find them to be overwhelming. So we don't use scented candles here in the house. And after doing a little bit of reading, I know I did the book review on the Forever Dog. I'm just not a huge fan of using a bunch of scented candles and Febreze and Glade plugins and all that other stuff around our dogs. I just think that it's kind of an unnecessary thing, and better to open the windows. But I don't know if any of you ladies have anything else to say about that topic.
Essential oils are toxic to dogs.
Yeah, if they drink them, yeah.
Large amount.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
or if they
also
get on
like
their
an
skin.
yeah. So you want to be careful. Like things. What is it? Pine.
Peppermint.
Peppermint. What is tree? Pine. Christmas tree.
Eucalyptus. Yeah. Fir.
Burr, pine. Yeah, so like any kind of scent like that, not good for your dog.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, you can avoid it. If your house stinks, get rid of the stink. Don't try to put a candle to make it smell better. That's what I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Catherine?
Open the windows.
Oh, okay, it's simple. Bye, Tina. Love you.
Bye, Tina.
Yeah, that's our take on that. I love natural smells, just like fresh rum.
Just dirty climbing up a mountain smell, all natural.
Yeah, I like it.
I do
like
love
that.
a good
Windswept.
campfire smell,
Like
though.
that
Oh, like a
natural
smoky smell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Rosa with her fire out there.
I know.
Yes.
Rose a little fire tonight
Yes.
for our dinner. It was quite
Mama
nice.
Rose cooked dinner for
Ah,
all of us before this
The
soiree.
truest queen of them all.
All right, second question / topic from Ronnie and Vanessa is gifting dogs for Christmas. So sometimes a relative, family member might get an idea to gift a dog as a Christmas present. Does anybody have any strong opinions about this idea?
Probably not the best idea. I mean, it's one thing, it's one thing if you're a family, you've been considering a dog for a long time, and you're like, you know what, let's tell the kids that Mr. Claus brought them this dog. But we are ready and committed for one. We have thought it out. Our family is ready. But the people that are like, it would be a perfect present. Little fluffy puppy. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Think about it. You got to keep it. That dog's stuck with you. It's cute. It's cute. What are you going to do when it pees on your floor? You still going to want to keep it?
Mr.
I feel like
Santa Claus expects you to do the work after for all the kids listening while their mom listens
yeah,
in the car.
if Santa's going to bring you a puppy, you have to be ready to take care of it. But
Yeah.
usually parents have that conversation with Santa before they bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa, that was a very well-educated answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more.
Catherine?
I have to agree with Melissa.
Yeah.
A puppy is not a sweater.
Nope, it's
No.
not.
No.
Oh, Catherine's got to get closer to her microphone.
Thank you, Leah.
No problem. All right, good question. Okay, a couple that aren't questions. Why are you so cool? Well, no questions. Just can't wait. Hello, bon dia.
Bon dia?
Yeah.
Bonjour.
What is going on?
We have some Brazilians.
Bonjour.
Oh,
I
She's
think
reading
that's
the
how
comments off Facebook.
Yes, and
that's awesome.
nope, nothing but we love you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Ti amo.
And lastly, we have a question from
What is going on?
Jonathan, who's also on the Frisbee team, Jonathan Temple. Which other ensembles are you contemplating?
That's a
Laurie,
surprise.
I think that we might have to hold everything
wait and
under our
see.
hat.
Right under the hat.
You wait and see, Jonathan. You
But his
just hold on
suggestions
to
were
your
quite
biscuits.
entertaining.
Oh, what do we got?
Dogs playing poker in the running. I think that's in the running.
Maybe.
It's a good idea.
Nobody knows.
Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
No.
We're going to give everybody else ideas. Can we get a Last Supper?
I mean, this religious one was
Yeah,
tough.
I think we're going to have to steer clear of the religious thing for a while just because there are a lot of angry people out there.
A lot of angry people.
A lot of angry people.
I mean, since I came out of the closet, I haven't been damned to hell that much. So I need a little break.
It's a sin.
It's tough. It's tough.
Are you seeing some of them now, Melissa?
I'm trying, but there's too many great ones.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
It's so funny with the damn comments because there's 95% of them are amazing. There's like, how many comments are on that?
2,686.
Okay, so there's no.
We are also at 97, just about 97,000
Oh my God.
likes on the video.
Wow, just from sitting here, eh?
Yep.
And there's no way to go through that many comments. Like they pop. I had to shut the Instagram notifications off on my
Same.
phone. So when I turn my Instagram on, it says I have 100 likes and 100 comments because that's as many as it can show you at one time. So I can't see all the comments.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily, between Laurie and I, like we can go through and block the nasty ones. And I don't like remove them or just block the person because I'm like, I just don't want anybody interacting with this person. And there's actually a really funny one that I didn't block of people going back and forth in Spanish and in English. Did you see that one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it had
try
like-
to find that one.
I'm looking for, because it had like 30, maybe like 40 replies.
Yeah, and it's funny because people are like, "Well, you got a life."
One lady.
Oh, wait, I got another one. Poor dogs. I don't share. Just like with children, this activity is not for them. It does not favor them at all. Dorita Uruguay.
I thought
Okay, Dorita.
Buddha, are you
That's
gonna
why
be signing
she's
off
mad.
autographs?
She signed it.
she's
She
named
signed
after
her
a
comment.
chip.
What does that mean?
She put like a little, like, you know, like if your mom texts you something, she's like, hey, honey, I love you. Love, Mom.
Oh.
She
Interesting.
signed her name on the comment.
Okay, Dorita.
What about the other one who's like, you have a problem with this picture, go to the Pope.
Yeah. If you have a problem, why don't you go take it up with the Pope?
Yeah, someone said that. That was so funny.
My favorite are the people that are actively jumping on before we can even see it to be like, you're wrong.
I know.
You are wrong.
Yeah. Or that we're idolizing. Come on.
Idolatry.
You think I looked at Charlie Rudy and I thought, oh, this is Jesus? Like, come on, I got problems, but I don't have that many problems.
This is
Like,
Joseph.
This was just cute, people. You were supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be joyful when you looked at it. There is no joy. Have you watched the news? I just wanted to have a little fun.
And we did. And
need to
it was
calm
very
down.
well received. Once again, it's just unfortunate that all of the negative things get more attention than the positive, but they haven't, because I've been going out of my way a couple times a day, respond to some people's comments that are like so nice, and they just take the time to write something super sweet. I really appreciate that. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I got to keep that thing off, or I'm literally ready to bury my phone in the backyard. I'm like, this is terrible.
Yeah, it's a little all-consuming when you... And it's such a weird world because it's not real to me.
Same.
And, you know, like, we didn't grow up with Instagram.
Mm-mm.
All of this is strange. Catherine, I mean, people started following your Penny Piper therapy doodles.
It's bizarre.
It's bizarre. It's people you just never met. They start following you. And that's why I started posting. Again, sorry if you guys are sick of seeing it. I posted the other video so that people could see these dogs and like what's it like in the back. Yeah, that's why I'm excited to go to this movie seminar. That's my jam. I love that stuff. Like, I started off training tricks with dogs when I worked in a very serious environment, and the tricks let me just be myself, where I had to act like a very militant person all in the beginning. So, and I just got fried from it. Trainer I worked with very aggressive dogs, and it sucked. So my first dog that I taught all the tricks to was Lucy Lou, and she was a dachshund, and she knew a ton of tricks. She was just so cool, stop, drop, and roll, and skateboarding. And I'd be like, "Talk to me, Lou," and she would just start growling at me. She was the shit. That dog was so cool. And then Ripa, I taught a bunch of tricks
She
too.
knew so much cool stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to, Buddha learned a few things. I stayed away from tricks because I was worried if we were in the obedience ring and he was far away from me, I was worried he would start doing the tricks. So I never taught him to like play dead or any of that, because I thought for sure he would go into a death scene if I sent him out.
He would.
Yeah. Or you had a signal, you're doing command discrimination. I was worried that like on the sit or the down, when I said down, he would just flop over and die. So I don't care. Now I'm just going to teach him the tricks because that's what I enjoy. And
It's fun.
I've been dragging my feet with the obedience stuff. So
The border collie as a sheep hurts a bit.
I found the
yes.
Finn took
Poor
one.
Finn.
Poor
Yeah.
Finn.
Finn got a lot of like, oh my god, the poor.
Yeah.
What it was the one he looks.
He got a lot of love, but
Oh,
then he
yeah.
also got,
He
He looks
like
scared.
That. He looks like
that's just his
normal.
face.
That's his face.
It's just his face.
or the border collie playing a sheep. That has to hurt.
Yeah, well, that's what he does.
So-
it's like
Yeah.
I thought it was the best irony of the whole thing.
Same.
He
No.
literally
My
goes
breeder
hurting.
got such a kick out of that.
Yeah.
He does hurting. Like, that's how the other half lives. Come on.
So I made sure I commented and I said he just wanted to see how the other half lived so he could be
Yeah.
better at his job.
Leah, I found the one. It says they are beautiful and innocent, but they are not to represent the Holy Family. They are animals, not humans. Please.
Please.
And then someone commented and it got a ton of likes. Tell that to Saint Francis.
Yes. The patron saint of animals.
There's some funny people out there.
Oh my
The one about go take it up with the Pope, that one killed me. I was like, this is amazing.
Animals are beloved creatures. They were on the boat, not the people. The animals were on the boat.
That's true. Good point. Good
Yeah.
point.
What do
Some
you
of
think,
these you
Joseph?
can't translate.
What do you think, Joseph?
What else you got?
Yeah.
Disrespect for Jesus, who is holy.
It
He
is
is not a dog. Humanity will pay for it dearly.
I know.
That's the one. Go tell that to the Pope.
yeah.
Guys, that was not my intent at all, just so we're clear on that.
No.
I come from a very
Yeah, we
I
both
come from a line
holy
of pastors.
families. Yeah.
My mother is a pastor's daughter.
Someone commented
Like two
just
priests in
to
the
back it
family.
up. Yeah, someone commented to back it up. It was Jesus who put the animals in this world.
I mean, it just
Come on now.
goes on and on.
Alas, it's okay. The dramatic readings of the comments could literally last all night. It's like unbelievable. I'm like, oh my God. Like I said, I wish I
Yeah.
could keep up with it, but I just can't because I don't have time for that. But I appreciate all the love. It's really fun. And yeah, I don't anticipate this ever happening again in my life.
Neither do
Because,
I.
yeah, again, it was special. And the fact that I even took that video was a complete afterthought. Because everybody's standing around like, guys, I can just take a video, like, boop, 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 20 seconds. That was it. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? And when Laurie posted the picture, I was like, hey, I'm going to post that video. Are you cool with that? And you're like, yeah, totally. No problem. And I was like, in my head, I was like, maybe we should post it from Laurie's account. And you were like, no, post it from your account. You post a video, I'll post a picture. I'm like, okay. We collabed on everybody's account. The likes start coming in. I'm like, oh, this is nice. It got up to like 300 likes. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. Everybody like saw it. Like they're our friends. Wake up the next day, thousands. I'm like, this is interesting.
We don't have that many friends.
I'm like, and then like a few days later, it's like 13th. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And it's just has not stopped since. I don't think it's going to stop
never-
till Christmas.
You never know, Leah. There
I
may
don't-
be another one.
Yeah, may. I don't know.
We'll do our damnedest.
Yeah, we will. We'll try. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning into the podcast. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. I hope it's full of joy and light. Anybody else have any last words? Thank you, ladies, for hanging out.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Buddha
this
would
was
like to
super fun.
say something.
What would you like to say, Buddha?
What would you like to say,
Now he's
Boo Boo?
gonna get all.
Yeah, now he's going to
now
get all
he's gonna
shy.
get all shy.
Look at how
because he's been
bashful
talking
he
the
looks.
whole time.
He's got funky ears. He's got funky ears.
Nothing. He's been sitting in between
He's
these
just
two
been
gals the whole time,
Looking
getting a
for
rub
love
down.
in all the right places.
So that was it. Those were all the questions.
Yeah, those are the questions. I think we debriefed well. Thank you, ladies, for hanging out. Again, if you would be so inclined, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share the podcast with your friends. And we will see you next time.
Merry Christmas, Happy
Merry
Hanukkah,
Christmas, Happy holidays. Goodbye.
Wait, there you go.
Ding.
High production value.
Feliz Navidad. Da, 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 da.
I got to get my bell in there.